Alright, we are the Sons of Khan, coming to you live from SETI Alpha 5.
This is SETI Alpha 5!
As always, we like to keep kind of a... How do I put this? Well, you know what?
We offer the world order.
And in so doing, we like to keep a very specific format, which is rare for us if you've ever heard any of our shows, which starts out specifically with introductions. So I am Captain William E. Bush, of the Lantern 1984D, a Galaxy-class cruiser.
I am Captain Nicholas Bennett of the Satsuki for the NCC 1987 Delta, of also a Galaxy-class cruiser, because why the fuck not? Who's next?
I usually go last on this one, but that's whatever.
Go ahead, Scott.
I am... Yeah, go ahead, Scotty.
Okay. I am Commander Scott Action Jackson of the USS Ruxpin C, sporting cruiser, NCC 91416.
Sounds pretty sweet.
You, sorry?
Well, I am the Banisher of the Borg. I am Captain Saria Rokoju. I pilot a long-range silence vessel.
Silence vessel.
Known as
Silence.
Yeah, well, science vessel. Clean the cum out of your ears. But I have a long-range science vessel known as the USS Medic 2.
So ridiculously awesome.
It's like the fifth Medic I got.
Oh my.
He's got a... So Seth really likes his dick. And
guess
other
it's my
dicks
dick.
too.
No, just my dick. I like my dick.
All
Okay.
right.
So, starting out as we
moving
normally do, this very first thing we're going to do here is we're going to talk about the news. And there wasn't much to dig up. To be fair, there's, of course, we are on a special weekend. And for those of you that don't know, the weekend is handled very differently on STO. I checked the calendar for the events today, and the events are rated from Friday and all of Monday also. So you get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday where you get some extra dilithium. So hit up those mines, guys, do those missions, because it's time. And on top of that, every single ship is 20% off right now. So you can get that ship you've been dreaming of or you've been saving for, because it's available to you. And
It's not just the ships.
Speaking of ships, well, yeah, some of the characters and whatnot are still on sale, but as far as I know, it's the ships. It's a ship weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of ships, the only news article we have is actually pretty interesting. Star Trek Online, in probably its next couple updates, is going to offer you a chance to own your ship. Not on the game, physically. If you love that ship you're cruising around in, Nick, you can actually, there's going to be a button in the game that you're going to be able to push, because Cryptic Studios has just signed a partnership with Perfect World and EUCL 3D to print miniature ships based completely on the ship that you build.
Nice.
So you're going to be able to design a ship.
Will it have the same paint scheme?
Yes. From what I understand, the idea here is whenever you're done with a ship, if you want it, there'll be a button you can push. I believe it's going to be in the customization menu where you're making your ship, and when you're done with it, you can click this button and it'll send you to a website, an outside source. You cannot use in-game currency. So you're going to have to get like an actual, like one of those Walmart credit cards where you put so much money on it or
Prepaid
whatever.
card.
Yeah, you get the
Yeah.
idea, but you can use one of those if you don't feel comfortable using your actual cards or whatnot, what forward. But anyways, this company is going to make your ship and send it to you.
That is pretty damn sweet.
Yeah.
Was there a price listing yet?
No prices are yet listed. In fact, I think this is going to be pretty far in the future. This will be 12-inch long ship, by the way. So we're not even talking a tiny ship. That's a pretty decent little model to put on your shelf or coffee table or whatever if you want to represent your STO life. Well, there you go. You could actually have your ship sitting in your house.
Nice.
I would be totally down with that shit.
I thought that was pretty cool when I found. That really is the only news except for the fact whatnot. So the next thing we're doing here is we're going into game talk, and the first thing that we have on our roster tonight to talk about is the broken mission. A lot of people are getting this problem.
Yeah.
There's a mission that doesn't work here on the PlayStation 4. And we've had 2 members here that have already had problems with this. And it started with Sario over here, and then Nick experienced the problem after him.
Yep, I actually had to delete the game off of my system and then re-download it.
Because you
Just
couldn't
to be
even
able to
log
finally
in.
log in.
Yeah, he couldn't
did it
even
the pain
log
in the
in.
ass
No,
way.
he
Yeah.
couldn't even
No,
log
neither
in.
could I.
Then how did you
neither
get
could
in?
I hit my PlayStation button, and I went over to my digital copy of Resident Evil 4 and loaded it
Oh,
up.
so you reset
And then when
the cookies or cache or whatever, basically.
Yeah. And then went back to STO, and it basically put me outside the system. Because I did it a couple times, and then I was like,
Okay.
well, I guess this shit doesn't work. It wasn't until
Yeah.
the very next day when I woke up and logged into the game, people were like, yeah, drop the mission and then select it to skip. And you can continue on doing shit.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, see, I didn't get that lucky because I even booted up a different game and played that for about 20 minutes and then tried to get back into it, and it kept doing the same thing. Like, I would be trying to boot the game up itself, and it would be like, unknown error has occurred. I was like, balls.
Okay. Well, let's get this out of the way.
And then I deleted it and redid it, so...
Let's get it out of the way. What is the mission? And for anybody that's having this problem, and by the way, I see it every night. Literally every single night I play, I look at this chat box up here, and every single night somebody is on the chat box like, damn it, this game keeps logging me out, or can anybody do this mission, or I keep getting log errors, or this mission doesn't seem to work. Everybody, every single night is talking about this mission, so if we can help even 30 viewers that come on to this show at any given time, what is the mission? How did we get past it?
Well, let me put out my cigarette here, because as an alien, cigarettes don't affect me. It's in the episode referred to as Romulan Mystery. It's the second mission called Empress Sella. And literally, you get done doing the mission, head out. So you go and you pick up a guy, you drop him off at the space station, he goes, go talk to this person, they'll give you a mission. The way around it is you talk to that person, they'll go to give you the mission, you decline it, go into your episodes, and then tell it to skip. And then it'll allow you to get on to the next portion, which is called Desperate Measures. Because if you try to do Empress Sella, it'll send you to the place, you can get into the system, and then fly up to like one dude, go to talk to him, and it'll say, hey, beam down. You go to beam down, or at least for me, this is what happened. It says beam down. I said, okay, hit the button, away party, hit the button. It goes into the loading screen, and then it says, crash, please update game.
Yep, that's what it was doing to me.
Right.
Yep.
Now, how do we get past it? That's what I'm trying to help with.
Well, like I said, in order to get past it, you tell it no. Like, it'll be like incoming hail. Do you want to accept this mission? Opt out of the mission. Just say, no, I'm not going to do that, so decline it.
Yeah, decline, yeah.
Yep, and then you just hit start, go over to missions, and then click episodes, open up the actual fold-out tab for Romulan Mystery, go down to Empress Cella, till it skip.
Okay. And then you just do the next mission and you pretend like that Cella mission doesn't exist. Because as it stands right now, we cannot get it to work. There's going to have to be some sort of update or something because it simply does not work.
Yep, it is broken.
Next on our list is how to upgrade equipment. And this for some people, that sounds like, what? Because, I mean, that sounds like it should be pretty basic or self-explanatory or however you want to say it. But for some people, believe it or not, it's not. And I've noticed a lot of people having issues with this, even in our group. And it took me even a couple tries to really figure out what it wanted from me. And now that I've got it, for the most part, all the way figured out, I want to go over how this works. So I'm going to hit start here. Going to go into my menus, and I'm going to go ahead and show this to you as I explain it. Now, this is actually really super simple. In fact, I want to say the first person to really figure out how to do this when me and you were on the computer, Nick, was you. And then I figured it out from you how to actually do all this. It's actually real simple, but you go to your ship and crew and you go down to your inventory, or you can go to your captain bridge or whatever you're going to do. But anyways, go to your inventory. This is the easiest way to do it, and go down to upgrade. It says item to upgrade. You click in that, and it shows you all the different items in your inventory that can be upgraded. Now, this is where things get weird, because sometimes, and I don't understand how the game figures this one out, sometimes the stuff on your ship you can upgrade from this menu. Sometimes you have to take it off your ship to upgrade it. I don't know why.
Sometimes you can't even do that, because I have like 4 or 5 photon torpedoes sitting in my inventory, and they're not showing up.
So just for argumentative purposes here, we're going to go into the USS Lantern D here, and we're going to take off this phaser. There. Now that's taken off. It's in my inventory. And then for the sake of, we are going to upgrade this science console. And if I can upgrade this or this, we'll do that too. Now, you take the items off your ship, that puts them in the inventory. And of course, for some reason in this game, it messes up and it constantly tells you that your inventory is full when you take stuff off of your ship. It's not. Or you couldn't take the damn item off. I don't know why it does that. It's a strange error message that seems to exist in the PlayStation 4 version. I can't speak to the other versions, but this is what happens in this version. Now you go to your item upgrade, and some of those items, if you can upgrade them, they will now be here. So that's my warp core, so there it is. So you can click on that, then you go over to your tech upgrades, and you find one. Right now I have a basic engineering tech upgrade. There are other levels, but this is just so I can explain it. What this is going to do is it adds plus 2,000 experience points to this item. You can upgrade the item until you run out of experience points. Okay? So basically, let's say you find a really good upgrade item, and you got a Mark 1 item, and you put it on there and it's like 10,000 experience or technology points. Now what's going to happen here is you're going to upgrade it twice if you're this low in the game, and you can't upgrade it anymore because your class isn't, your rank is not high enough to upgrade it past that point. Now the experience does not leave that item, it stays on that item. So the next time you bring it in to upgrade it, you won't have to waste one of these because the experience is already on the item. And you'll just have to go down and spend the dilithium to get the item.
Well,
But
you're also hitting upgrade item again a second time, right, after it hits 100%?
yes. Now,
Okay.
there are accelerators, but I don't have any. But that's a little bit of a different thing in general. Now, that I put the item on there, you can go down to apply the upgrade. It's going to cost me 700 dilithium. And there. It's really that simple. There's nothing to this. And then you could just go through, and you could do this for your weapons and stuff too, by the way. You do have to have the right part to do this. You can also do it for your abilities, if you haven't figured this one out. All of your abilities in here follow the same way. Like, you can upgrade your shield, you can upgrade all of your tactical kits. Basically every item in the game seems upgradable as long as you have the stuff to do it. Like my science console, you put that in there, and see, this comes to what I was telling you about if you're actually watching the stream here. This I've already upgraded before. There's still points, still technology points on this item. So all I have to do is go down to upgrade and just do it. Because it's still working off old experience that I had on there. Now upgrade it again, there. Now I can actually add one of these if I wanted to. It's up to you guys, but I always add the lowest ones and go from there. I try not to waste my big items unless I have something that's real low tier, and it's something that I know if I could level it up it would become awesome tier. That's the only time I mess with something like that. That's
or if
really,
you have a crap ton of the kits in your R&D.
That's really as easy as this is. So in case anybody didn't know how to do it, now you do. So is that about right? And you can also see, by the way, okay, I just added 2,000 more points, technology points, to this item. Now, you notice that the bar is full, so that means it's ready to be upgraded. But you see how it overlaps, and there's 49% overlap. That's because that's how much experience is going to be on there, even after I upgrade this now. When I apply this upgrade, that much, it's going to then be at 49%. So I'll upgrade it, I'll claim the item, and you see, now the overlap, there's only like 625 points on it, and I'm going to need 5,460 points to upgrade the item. So if I go back into the tech, I have a 5,000, I have two 5,000s, or I could just throw the 12,000 on there and go from there. At this point, it's not worth it, though, I believe. Well, I think I can upgrade this one more time. Let me check.
Wait, what color is it?
Over, I cannot, because this is going to be a 9 when I'm done, and that's going to be a Rear Admiral piece, and that's redundant to me right now because I'm not a Rear Admiral, so that would do nothing for us.
Yep.
So there's also, you have to look out for that.
To it, but it locks you out.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So it's somewhat redundant.
Somewhat, but you know, if you got something that's going to help boost up what you're trying to go for next when you finally do hit the next actual rank, then it's not a bad idea, because that's what I did.
And this is what I came out with from updating
like
the warp
a really
core.
big one. So
now
yeah,
my warp
like,
core sits to 7.5 plus 5 shields. And yeah, and then of course that's what's on my shuttle, so we don't play with that because it's weak sausage. Now, as I said before, the only problem you're going to come across is stuff like, see, this says this is a phaser beam array, okay? Now, the biggest problem with the upgrades that I've come across is you can go to your inventory. This works on beam weapons, beam weapon consoles. But then this upgrade works on cannons, and this upgrade works on ground, and this upgrade works on projectile weapons like torpedoes is a projectile weapon. And then this, of course, works on personal shields, and it says starship shields. But when I took the shields off the ship so that I could upgrade the shields, you notice that I could not upgrade the shields. Now, I've seen different times, and like I said, I'm not an expert at this, but I've seen weird things too. Like, I could take this off right now, put that into my inventory, and sometimes if I access it from right here and go to upgrade, it'll put it in there for me. But I couldn't actually just go to the upgrade menu and do it. Now, I can't upgrade it because for some reason I don't have an upgrade part that's sufficient to do it. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't understand why it doesn't let me, but every now and then I come across these problems. But for the most part, what I just showed you is how you're going to upgrade your ship stuff. Is it flawless? No. Does there seem to be strange problems with it? Yes. Can I explain that to you? Like why? Absolutely not. Because I don't understand why it doesn't work sometimes either. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I'm sorry. Like, that's as much as I can explain to you in here, but because some of our guys were having issues with it, I did want to go over how this is done primarily as far as I have the understanding right now. And then like Nick said, when I very first started talking about it, he immediately said, and sometimes you can't do it because we don't know why.
Yeah, like, it's some weird bug because it's like I've unequipped, re-equipped, sold it, rebought it with the replicator and everything, and nothing.
Right.
Because I have a Mark IV standard photon torpedo that I'm like, you know, I really want to try out this new, what the hell was it? It's a tactical console. I have a photon detonation assembly Mark VIII, and it's an uncommon because I've upgraded it and its rarity went up. It adds 18.8% photon projectile damage. So yeah, you know, just a tiny bit of photon damage added onto that.
No,
oh,
I just
wait.
I just did the other thing that I did last time, and it didn't work. See, I went into the menus in the inventory, went to the Federation Type 3 rifle, hit upgrade, and it will not put that in the upgrade menu. I don't know why. It just doesn't work. But then you saw me do it with the other item that didn't appear in the upgrade menu, and it did work. So we don't understand exactly, but what I told you is basically the idea that you're going to work with here to get these things to work.
Yeah, it's
sorry if it's not
kind of
perfect.
ass.
Yeah, there's a little bit of ass going on here. But that is primarily how you do it.
Actually, while we're doing this, I will be right back. I mean, I'm still going to be here, but I mean, character-wise, I'll be right back. I am going to see if I can fix this little problem, because I'm going to go try and buy another photon torpedo to see if it'll actually show up.
Now,
because it might be something to do with that stupid inventory full thing that pops up.
Now, did that helped you out a bit, though, Scott, right? Because I noticed you were having some problems with how the upgrades work.
Well, in most cases I was able to figure out, but there was some upgrades that I didn't need tech for.
That was exactly what I was telling you. There was already experience on them.
Yeah.
The next thing we had here was something that I thought that one of our guys knew how to do, but he doesn't. So we're going to have to skip by it. We were originally going to talk about how to make manuals.
Oh, I know exactly how to do that.
Oh, well, that's great then, because I need to know how to do it, so please explain.
Requisition a bridge officer. Actually, well, I wish I could do this. Trying to think of where we can do this here in base. That way I can just walk you through it so you can show everybody.
Well,
it would literally be right down the hall from where we're at right now.
Oh, awesome. Well, hey, Bill, come down here and requisition a bridge officer.
Coming that way. Running down the hall. Jump.
Hey, Mora. We need a bridge officer, please.
Okay. Now I would click on this person.
Yep. So it doesn't matter who. Actually,
just go to the store.
What kind? Yeah, just go into the store. It'll pop up the menu.
Right.
What kind of manual do you want to create? Not looking for a specific one. Do you want an engineering, a science, or a tactical?
Well, I need science.
Well,
right.
I would say right now, just for argumentative purposes, tactical, because I'd like to increase the spread to a 3.
Okay.
How would I go about doing that?
So you go to tactical officers.
Yes.
Doesn't even matter which one you pick. Actually, it kind of does. Look over to the right.
Okay.
And then you can see what abilities that they have and they can learn.
Right. Okay, I see all that. Yeah.
All right. See that? All right. So find one that'll help you out with whatever ability. That, or if you can't find one, just fucking pick one. For just all intents and purposes right now. There's Fire at Will 2 for this person that I'm seeing right here.
But I could just buy those. I need a 3.
I'm trying to look.
Okay, the reason why we were trying to figure this out is because I need Tachyon Beam Mark III.
And I
The
need
problem is, every time
Photon
I look
Spread
it up,
3.
I have to be able
Okay.
to make a manual to teach that to
Give
someone.
me a second.
And from what
Here,
I
I'll
understand,
just buy
that's
this
done
random
through the
person.
duty officers that we don't have yet.
Yeah.
No, because I've got a couple. Manuals that I've made already, and
Okay.
they're pretty high up there. Basically, just for all intents and purposes, right now, just buy random douchebag officer 62.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you done buying random douchebag officer 62?
Yep.
Back out of the store and hit your start button, or well, options button for us, to bring up your menu. Go to ship and crew, bridge officers. Shit. There we go.
Yeah.
Now go down to where it says extra slot. Hit the X
It doesn't
button,
have such a
and-
thing.
It
I'm
doesn't
filled.
have one.
So you just made me
Oh,
buy a
okay.
guy for nothing.
Oh shit! I forgot you guys don't have the extra people yet.
If you have to buy a person every single time just to get a new ability, that's not right. Why can't I do it with the bridge officers I have if it's just something like that where
because
I just
it
have to have a
gets
bridge
rid
officer?
of that person.
So then I have to have an empty spot on my crew roster all the time to make manuals.
That's
No,
the
go
only
to
way I've
recruitment.
found out how to do it.
Go to recruitment.
Oh yeah,
You have
you
people
can just go
hanging
to
out
recruitment.
there.
I forgot about that. So yeah, pop over to your recruitment spot. I'm sorry, I completely forgot, dude.
Yeah, I have a lot of them sitting in here. Okay, so now what am I doing with them?
All right,
Convert to
so
manual.
Highlight that
That's what it
person, hit
says.
triangle. Yep.
Yeah.
And then it'll give you a list of manuals you can create with that person.
Yeah,
So-
these are all Mark 1s and Mark 2s, which I can
Yeah,
buy.
which is redundant. Yeah, we need Mark 3s. We're trying to figure out how to make Mark 3s.
Let
Like,
me
how
go
do I
see
get-
if anyone even has those.
Because if there was something like that, what I need, because of the role I've decided to take, I've decided to be a tank. I need whole restoration 3 or 4
And every
for
time
that matter.
every time I've looked anything up on it, basically what it says is
You need duty
a
officers.
duty officer, so that way then you can train your duty officer on making manuals, which we do not have in the PlayStation version. And
Nope,
I'm
not
back
yet.
hanging out in the conference room.
So then,
Well,
anybody
I
else
am,
wants to hang
hold
out
on
in
a
the
second.
conference room.
I am taking a
Yeah.
look.
because I'll just buy a Mark 2. Fuck that. I just wasted money.
Yep.
Well, my apologies, alright?
No, but that's fine because one way or another we needed to discuss the fact that we don't know how to do it,
If you're wanting to make manuals, there
or
you
just
go.
buy them from the manual shop. Because all Mark
Well-
1s and 2s you could just buy.
Can you actually buy the rare ones?
Yes.
Yeah, that I know of.
The ultra rare ones? I didn't know if you could or
in
not.
the exchange, maybe you could.
In the exchange, yeah,
The
but
guy
not
standing
the
right
actual
next.
place.
Okay. The person that we just bought all the bridge officers from.
There's
like,
a dude right
there's a
next to
guy
him that
standing right
sells
next
all the
to him.
manuals. Marks
Yes.
1s and 2s.
Here,
But-
science for space. Let's see. What is the highest I can get? The highest I can get is purples for Gravity Well 2, Photonic Shockwave 2, and Viral Matrix 2, which I just converted somebody into a Viral Matrix 2.
Ah, well.
So yeah, you can just buy those. So there's no point in buying a duty officer to do that. Now, the
Well,
next
you
item.
get freebies that you don't want to use half the time anyways. You can do
No,
that with them
and
instead.
I understand that because half the time you get duty officers that are given to you that you're like, eh. So I guess you could go in and do that too. So there is
Yeah.
that, to be fair, which I didn't know that part, so that helps us out a little bit. The next item on our talking list here is lockboxes. Are they worth it?
Oh, I can tell you they are.
Yes, exceedingly so.
Okay, you want me to
because-
go first, or should you?
Either, because
It's
I
up
haven't
to you.
unlocked
I've
one.
opened up quite a few of them now. I've actually probably opened up about 28 of them.
I've
maybe
yet to
a little
spend
Okay.
a penny.
When I first logged in, I bought $30 worth of their stuff because I had 30 lockboxes. I bought 30 keys and opened all 30 lockboxes. I ended up with this stuff called Lobby Crystal, which you can use to buy special shit if you go to Drazana Station. I also got a couple of boxes that give me dilithium mining claims, which allow me to use like the giant dilithium crystals at the very start. Like when you go in to do the dilithium mining, there's those giant crystals. If you do it normally, you basically can only use like the little crappy, like just find them wherever crystals, and they give you like next to no dilithium. The dilithium claims that I got, I have 4 VIP customer ones, and I had 2 extra special VIP ones. When I opened it, it gave me 14 of the mining claims. If I remember correctly, yes, 14 of them, because I spent one earlier and ended up with, what did I say it was? Like,
It was 8,000.
8,000 some odd hundred.
Yeah, you
for
couldn't even
dilithium
refine it
ore.
all in one day.
Yeah, I'm still sitting on like 3,000 extra because of some of the stuff I've got from getting missions.
So that's pretty
also-
sweet.
Well, at the same time, I also have 6 special equipment packs for phased polaron weapons. I got...
Oh, I already opened those up and I shoved some of those into the fleet bank.
Oh, I haven't opened them up yet because I'm waiting. I also have 2 of the 500 reputation mark bonus pool, 1 of the 750 reputation mark bonus pool, and I have a special requisitions pack for a Mirror Universe Patrol Escort.
Yeah,
but
you
I
have a
to be
patrol
rare
escort.
admiral. Yes.
Ooh, see, that's different than the one that I've got, because I think I actually got 2 of the same one. Let me double check.
Well, I also have to be a rear admiral, and apparently it goes on my lower half.
No. Rear
I don't know. It's in red.
No.
It says rear admiral lower half.
All right, so once we hit Rear Admiral's rank, the first 5 levels of Rear Admiral are the lower half of it, and then there's also the Rear Admiral upper half, which is level 46 to 50.
Okay.
So it's like a weird way that they did it, but there's like 2 tiers of ships that we get between then and then. But
Are those
if
the
you do
7s and
things-
8s that I see, or
Possibly.
because what are we in?
Advanced.
What are we in right now? Aren't we in tier? Are
We're
we
in
in tier
4.
4s?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're in 4.
And then once I hit level 40, that's the tier 5 ships. And that's what that's at. Is that Admiral?
Admiral is the tier 5s.
Admiral is tier 5s. Yes.
Yes, tier 5s and tier 6s.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Okay,
And then
that's
I
cool.
think
There
after
we
you get your specializations and that's when you're allowed to get the tier 7s and tier 8s, probably.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Again, I'm only
Well,
going to
'cause there's
assume
the
that
vice
because we haven't made
admirals.
it yet.
And then Admiral's the upper half. And then Fleet Admiral is level 60, which I think is max level.
Okay.
Possibility. Let me see.
Because
Traits,
it's not
yeah.
letting me go past it.
Okay.
So-
I won't
Well,
argue with
right
that.
now,
just
level
looking at my
60 's
traits, so yeah.
So then you guys are saying lock boxes are worth it.
Oh god,
Yes. Including the fact, because I didn't even make mention of it either, it also gives you a bunch of R&D kits, which are universal prototype tech kits.
yeah. Oh, I didn't want that.
They
Okay.
give you
Oh yeah.
12,800 tech points that go on any upgradable item. You don't have to worry about having...
free.
Yeah, for free.
Yeah,
no
it doesn't
dilithium
cost the dilithium.
whatsoever.
Like I just spent a lot of dilithium upgrading to do the demonstration.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
And
if I
here's
can
the bonus:
unfucker
those are also
myself.
bound to account as well. So if you happen to create new Romulan class character, you could just be like, "Here, upgrade weapons."
Okay, so that's so weird.
All right.
Well, I just fixed my little glitch problem.
What are you talking about?
Well, while I was out here checking the bank and stuff, I quickly ran over and bought a Mark 1 photon torpedo, and it popped back into my it showed up in my actual ability to upgrade. Also, I am coming back to deliver a gift. Bill Guy. By the way, hey, oh wait, you were busy doing something apparently.
Sitting.
I'm pretty sure that's not busy.
Well, I'm sitting. That's all I'm doing. I'm literally staring at you, sitting. I haven't even left the screen. Let me stand and see what happens.
Man, apparently you sitting takes up too much time for me to hand you this item.
Bitch, I ain't getting
Are
up.
you fucking serious? You didn't have to get up. You're getting a free fucking item.
Dude, I cannot believe that is real. That it just did that to us.
That is dumb as hell.
Beautiful.
That was amazing.
That is dumb as hell. Well, there you go, Bill. Now you can actually show off. That is yours because I had a spare.
That was crazy that just did that to us. My guy was like, what? No, I ain't getting up.
Cause I is dumb. Dumb as hell.
Bitch, my ass is in the seat. So lockboxes
We
are
ain't
worth
got no
it.
time for that. Oh yeah.
Okay, our last game talk for the night is that all of us here have finished the Klingon front. Am I correct in assuming this?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Well, what did you guys think? How was that storyline? What stood out? What was the best, most awesome? I have 2 favorite missions, to be fair, but 3. Go ahead, guys. My
Sadly,
3 favorite.
I'm out on that because I was skipping through a lot of it. Sadly.
Oh my God, you screwed up.
I think. Yeah, I know. I think the
Oh.
only thing that I remember was the mission where you go back in time, and then being able to hang out with both Bones and Scotty would be
Dude,
like
that
the
was
only parts that were actually
awesome.
awesome.
That was my favorite mission.
Except,
No.
I hated making that bitch a drink. Making that bitch a drink
Yes.
sucked dick.
That's
That did
full of
suck.
dumb.
That was
That
awesome.
was full of dumb. Okay, I liked when.
Actually, no, that's not my favorite.
I also liked going back in time when the Warvig, that ship, when it went back in time, the Guardian, when I used the Guardian, that was
yeah.
awesome. And you got to
You
fight
really liked that.
alongside the Enterprise, and then like
Yep.
Spock would
And
actually
Spock
call
is
you.
even like,
and,
yeah, he's even like, you really think that I'm not familiar with what
Time
is it,
travel?
warping through time?
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of voice acting, because
I was
Spock
like,
is voice
motherfucker.
acted. When you got to the mission, Bones doesn't have a voice actor.
Nope.
Scotty did.
Nope.
Is that
Yep.
am I the only one that finds that bizarre? Like, why did they voice Scotty? I mean,
And
because
not Bones.
Duhan
Yeah.
couldn't come back to do it. You know what I mean? Now, I understand that Spock gets a voice because, he's alive. Or was.
Well,
Yeah,
he
he
was at
was
the
at the
time of this.
time.
But
Yeah.
then why get a voice actor to do Scotty, but not McCoy? Am I the only one that found that strange?
Could they
No.
not find
No,
somebody to
I
mimic it?
noticed it and I was like, eh.
There had to be
The
a
only
voice actor that could sound like Bones. There had to be. If nothing else, they could have hired the guy that's doing him right now and had him
I would have been okay with that.
I mean, I realize it's not the same, guys. I get it. But at least that's a living actor right now that is playing the character that gives us some form of authenticity.
Yep.
And you can't tell me something like, oh, well, they made this before he was doing that. Even if I say that that's true, which it is, it doesn't matter because they could have just initiated a patch and we could have, had him as the voice
Yeah,
actor.
exactly.
That's a really strange part of the game to me. But it was a
Yeah,
cool
'cause-
mission.
Yeah, I was about to say, the only thing that I would have accepted is the fact that Bones is like literally just a small part. Like, much like how Scotty was, but again, the problem is even Scotty was a small part. Like, all he does is he tells you, oh yeah, that chick likes this drink. Oh, she
Right.
liked this about that drink to
Oh,
give you
those
hints as to
beasties.
how to make the fucking drink to her.
He's basically like, I was enjoying my drink with these beasties, and that's basically what you get. And then,
Yeah.
and then you guys go over and you go
Oh,
over, and then he's
she
like,
doesn't like them heavy Klingon mugs. She likes a little martini glass. It's like, okay.
yeah,
Martini glass. Got it.
Oh my
Oh, she
god,
likes
that
it.
was
She
so
liked the fact that they
bad.
garnished it with honey. Oh, that was cool. All right. Yeah. All right. Honey in a martini glass. Okay.
How many times did you have to make the drink? I had to make it twice my first time on the computer. I made it the first time, and then she was like, took the drink,
Too
she was
many
like, ooh,
times.
that's good, I don't really care for this. And I was like, you're that kind of picky? So I had to go to Scotty, and I had to click on every option and be like, okay, so she wants it like that, but she doesn't like this. And I had to like take notes on this stupid drink.
Yeah, I just literally
I remember
started
you
making
telling me
drinks.
about that.
Exactly. I went through the line and made every single drink.
When I did
Like, not a
did this
joke.
mission, I did this mission a second time with Nick, and I thought it was hilarious because I was like, "All right, go enjoy this level, Nick." And I literally sat
And he
down at one of the
sat
tables,
his ass down at the bar,
and
he
all
was
of a
like,
sudden
"Doo, doo,
he
doo,
goes
doo."
over, right, and he all of a sudden says, "Oh, so I got to get her a drink," and he goes over and he just makes a drink. And then he goes and he takes it to her, and she's like, "I don't like this drink." And he's like, "Bitch!" And no, first he made the drink. First he made the drink. I remember this because I laughed my ass off. He makes the drink. Then he goes to the lady, and he starts talking to her, and she's like, "Get my drink." And he's like, "I got your drink." And he's checking his inventory, and he's like, "Where the fuck is the
Where
drink?"
the fuck is it?
And I said, "Did you
Like,
pick
is
it
it
off the
this
counter?"
alcohol?
I said, "Did you pick it up off the counter?" And he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So he had to go back to the bartender because the bartender puts it on the counter, and he had to pick it up. Then he took it to her, and
The
she's like,
counter.
"Yeah, he
Yeah.
puts it on the counter.
No, it wasn't
you have
on
to
the
pick it
counter
up."
for me.
Yeah, it should have been.
It was
'Cause
like
it-
on the floor behind the counter.
Well, regardless, well, then I don't know.
You
he was a
got
dick to you. But anyways, he goes and he
He's
gets
like,
the
"Fuck
drink.
your drink."
He gets the drink and he goes to her and he's like, "Here's your drink." She's like, "Bitch, I don't like this drink." And he's like, "Bitch!" He was like, "Oh, you better drink this fucking drink." So then he goes back out to talk to
Actually,
Scotty.
at that point, I actually pulled out my phaser minigun. I just fucking opened up in the room right at her for a good, I don't know, 30 seconds.
So then
And
he
you're like,
goes.
so you having fun over there, buddy? I was like, yeah, thanks, bitch.
So then he
Fucking walking back over to Scotty.
He goes back over to Scotty and he starts talking to Scotty and he's like, "Oh shit," because he saw the drink options. And he clicked on the first drink and Scotty's like, "She likes this, but she doesn't like this." And he's like, "Oh, this is gonna be bullshit, isn't it?" So he goes through all
Yep.
the options and then
I
I think
went
he...
through all of it. Wait. I went through all of it, and I was like, okay, I got this. I walked up to the bartender. I was like, yo, bitch. And he's like, did you just call me bitch? I was like, yes. Make me another fucking drink that this stupid whore will actually like. Dude whipped it up.
Yeah.
Grabbed. I remembered to grab it off the counter this time. Walked that shit over to her. Shoved that in her face. And said, drink. She was like, ooh, okay. Here you go. Here's your thing. I was like, oh, it's fucking drunk. And Bill's just
Yeah.
sitting over there laughing like a hyena.
Yeah, I was like, "Did you make that drink yet? Shit, I'm ready to move on."
Now the
Yeah,
funny
let-
thing is, here's the funny thing. When I did the mission in this version, I was like, I went through, just quickly cycled through all the stuff for Scotty because I didn't know if I actually had to do that or not.
Yeah,
I
you
was like,
did.
okay,
You
there
know
we
why
go.
I know you
It's
did?
like-
Because I went straight to the bartender and said, "I already know
Oh,
the
yeah,
drink,"
that's
and
right.
talked to him, and he said, "Durr," and I was like, "I have to talk to Scotty."
Yep.
So
yeah.
quickly cycled through all that shit real fast. I was like, okay, good to go. And I walked up, and I was like, hot. Or no, I was like, cold drink. And then in the back of my head, it was like, you're a jackass.
Yep.
You're a dumb jackass. I got everything else right. And she was like, ooh, this drink gets too cold. It's like, bitch.
I remember the
Ran back
second
over to the
drink.
dude. It was like,
The second
hot.
drink he made for her, I remember this. The second drink he made for her, he got like everything right, and then she says, "Oh, this drink is perfect, but I don't like this glass." And he was like, "I'm gonna fucking kill her." He was like,
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because I put it in a coconut.
yeah,
I put it in the fucking coconut.
because she goes
And
through.
I was
That's
like,
the last choice you make is the
Bitch.
glass, and she goes through every option. Like, this drink is great. I don't like this glass, and he was like, "Oh my god." He's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill this bitch." I don't like this drink.
Okay, alright. So for everybody that doesn't mind spoilers or just doesn't want to deal with this horse shit, the drink has to be hot. So the drink has to be hot. It has to be sour. It has to have a little bit of a pick-me-up. It doesn't need to kick like a mule and not like a little snuggle. It needs a bit of a bite, but not a lot of bite.
Yep.
Garnish this motherfucker with a drip of honey.
Yeah.
And put that bitch in a martini glass.
What kind of palate
Because
does she have that she was able to discern there was a drop of honey in the drink?
Because there was a tiny, minuscule amount of not sour as fuck.
But we are talking
in
about
this
a girl
drink.
that's so ridiculous that she will love whatever you made for her, but if it's on the wrong plate, she ain't touching it.
Yep. Oh shit! I
Yeah.
need to sit my ass back
Gordon,
down.
Yeah.
Gordon
And that
Ramsay
was
makes
your fun.
Gordon Ramsay makes the greatest meal she's ever had, but he puts it on a white plate instead of like a little red tray. She's not into that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm done with the filibuster now. I'll sit my ass back down.
Now,
Yeah, I was about to say, that was your fun with the drink. I literally made a drink, left it on the counter, didn't realize that the bartender set it at the end of the counter as I'm standing. Okay, you see how me and Scotty are sitting across from each other?
yeah.
I was literally like that with the bartender. He puts the drink where Bill is sitting at. Didn't even realize that I had to pick it up myself. Went to go to talk to her. She was like, I need a drink. I'm like, I made you a drink. Well, I need a drink. I made you a fucking drink. Here it is. So I had to run back.
Drink.
I had to run back, hold X, select pick up drink, notice that the motherfucking drink was on the ass end of the counter.
So great.
Go take it to her. She was all sorts of pissed off. She was like, I like that it's a hot drink. I don't like this flavor. I'm like, okay. So I literally went through and I made every type of drink. Like I made the martini, I made the ale, I made the blood wine, I made all of them. And I was like, what the fuck does this bitch want? Not realizing I needed to mix and match. After I realized I needed to start mixing and matching, then it became a pain in the ass because I didn't realize that she wanted it sour. I was reading through all of them being like, where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? What am I supposed to be doing? What the fuck? I'm just gonna do process of elimination. So I made this bitch a drink like 20 fucking times.
Damn.
I did the same shit Nick did. I pulled out my gun at one point and started shooting at her like, fucking drink the drink and like it.
Yeah,
I don't like this
unfortunately.
glass.
See, honestly, I actually popped up and was like, Captain, I'm sorry, but this bitch is illogical.
I definitely had some similar issues with as many times, but not as many. I would say more than a handful, though. But one of my favorite parts of the Klingon stuff that we went through was no doubt interacting with original characters like Scotty, like Bones, like Spock, and actually mostly the space battles.
Actually, I have to take that back. My favorite part of it was as we were as you start reading the stuff, because I started reading it after a while.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll come across the one mission where it's like, oh yeah, in the 2350 something, when Captain Worf decided to do something, and he got his ass handed to him, and I was like, God damn it. He pilots his own shit and still gets bitched.
So you mean...
I even screen capped it and sent it to our Fandom Night community. I was like, God damn it, Worf.
Warp is getting warped.
I do like my two favorite missions. Oh, this is so tough, dude. There's so much I loved about this. I loved going to the Guardian. I loved going back in time where the younger Bavat was like, yeah, the old Bavat's down the hole. Please go kill him. And I was like, how much do you have to fuck up that you meet your younger self and your younger self tells your enemy, please kill him?
What about the yesteryear version of him, though? Or yesterday version?
That's
yesterday's Enterprise one.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, he just some dude who's just chilling out, and he's just like, I used to be a pretty important guy.
Because he was a slave, he never got to do dumb shit that would get him killed.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was like, I used to be important. No, I'm not.
I really liked...
I used to be in Starfleet until I took a phaser to the knee.
When I started doing that mission, and I realized a third of the way through the mission, like, well, it's probably quicker than that. Like, it was like 1/4 of the way through the mission, it hit me. I know what they're talking about. Are they really gonna do this? And all of a sudden, in space, there was a giant bugle.
The fucking doomsday machine.
Giant bugle of death. That was amazing to me. That they
And
did
annoying.
that. That they actually had the doomsday machine from the doomsday machine. I also love I have to say, I went through all these missions and I loved them, but I gotta give the thumbs up here that the final mission felt so big and so awesome, it felt like the ending mission. It was deserved that this was the last event of the storyline.
Oh yeah.
We're meeting back up with Tasha Yar, and that's right out of yesterday's Enterprise. Like, if you watch yesterday's Enterprise, then play that mission directly after, it will dumbfound you how perfect that's laid out. Because there was a battle taking place. Both they and the Enterprise were under attack as they went through the portal. The weapons disrupt the portal and send them to the wrong time. And they end up with prisoner Bavad as slaves to the Tholians. And then, here's the crazy thing, when we get there, they've only been there like a couple weeks. And they haven't laid down and died like so many of the other people that are there, or that don't even know that they're like that. They know something's wrong with that timeline. And they're like, we have to find a way out of here. We have to get the ship back. We have to go, it's kind of ironic, we need to go die somewhere else.
The
except for Tasha Yar. She needs to be abducted by a boarding party during that attack. That way, she can have a kid later on with, I believe, the warden of the Romulan prison camp, and then she will attempt to flee with that child, and it will cost her her life. And then that child will become an enemy of Jean-Luc Picard, so he inadvertently created one of his greatest enemies.
Yep, by accident.
Yep.
Honestly, the two favorite things I have in this, because I actually have to retcon my initial one of, you know, chilling with Scotty, because you had to remind me the bartending thing. Swear to God, I fucking hate that bitch.
It's so good.
Love Scotty to death. Love him to death.
I'll never forget
hoe,
that, though.
though.
I'm telling you, his reaction when she drank all of it, and he says, I got it, and she says, I don't care for this glass. And he was like, you fucking bitch! He was so mad.
I think I went on like a 3.5 minute tirade on one breath.
Dude, it was so good.
I was impressed with myself.
She's like, I don't really care for this glass. And he was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. He's like, you'll drink it out of a fucking jar if I tell you to, you dumb bitch.
Actually, I did say that. Fucking bring you a mason jar, you stupid hoe.
Had to be in a little frilly glass, or she didn't want shit to do with it.
But no, I'll agree with the Doomsday Machine as probably one of my big favorites. I actually had an easier time doing it with the PlayStation version.
I did too. I did too. I told Scott it seemed a lot easier on PlayStation.
It was so simple. It's like I literally just flew up and I was like, ba-dunk. Alright, there's one. Oh, gotta get out the way. Burn. Okay, sweet. I turned around and was like, ba-junk, there's another one. Oh, wait, I'm ready to go again. Hit my evasive maneuvers thing so I could fly past it really fast. Ba-junk. Oh, there's the third hit. Oh, he's firing again. Hold on. I'm turning around. Ba-dunk, there's the fourth one, and I'm just gonna dive bomb him. And I was like, ba-dunk, oh, it's dead. I beat the Doomsday Machine, yay! And everyone's like, wait, that Klingon vessel just kicked that thing's ass, and not all of us are dead this time. I'm like, yeah, you're welcome, pricks. Because when me and you did it, like, we were the only two fucking ships left in space. Everything else had gotten vaporized. We're like, oh, that's not good. Because we took so fucking long missing. But my absolute favorite is the same as yours, the last mission. Mainly because we get to meet up with Tashiar. She was one of my favorite members of the Next Generation when she was, I don't know, alive.
Original voice actor, too.
Yeah, I know, and it was awesome. Also, piloting the Enterprise C was
that was awesome! At the end, when you fought all the Tholians, the Enterprise C was pretty sweet. When I got the Ambassador class after you beat it...
back... Oh, go ahead, finish.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, you get the Ambassador class when you finish. I piloted that for about 4 levels. And I really enjoyed that ship.
It's a good ship.
You mean the USS Madix Big 2?
Oh, no! That's what you named! It's so bad!
No, it was the Madix Big also. That's
wow.
What it was.
Wow.
No, it's the fact that I flew that, I beat that mission, and I literally was like level 29 and a half.
Oh,
so there was no point for me. There was no point for me to fly the Ambassador, but I'd still requisitioned it. I was like, "That's mine. This is gonna sit over here in its little place of glory, and I can admire this bitch anytime I want." But going back to my initial ship after flying the fucking Enterprise C, back to that piece of shit Stargazer class thing that I was using, I was like, this thing's a goddamn turd.
Yeah.
And then I got my half a level and I was like, maximum freaking transwarp back to Starbase. It's Galaxy class time. And that thing is handled like a brick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you dare say dream.
Bad at no, it is
unless
handled
it's a
like
bad
a brick.
dream.
Oh, you mean like me at work? You know, it's a dream. The nightmare that it is, but living the dream nonetheless.
Dude, I have noticed the Galaxy class. It
flies like a turd.
It
turns it is a
slowly.
hardcore turd.
Wait. Are you sure you don't mean a flight path of a couch?
Actually, yeah, it is a lazy boy in space with a lot of guns.
It's kind of screwed up.
4 weapons and 3 afts, and most of those are phaser banks of some kind on my ship.
Well, shit, you're kicking my ass. My science vessel only has 3 fore and 3 aft.
I have 1 additional weapon, and that thing means a difference to me.
Yeah, I believe it. Especially
right
seeing
now,
as how it's probably not the, what is it? I have a torpedo launcher that even though I have the high yield and the torpedo spread, I can't do shit with it.
Oh, you mean the badass purple death torpedo? The Harpinge torpedo that you used to destroy the Doomsday Machine? Yeah, it is unaffected by skills.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
I got rid of the torpedo.
I still got it because it's still pretty good, but I just... Well, we were talking earlier.
Here's what I hate about it.
Photon torpedoes.
I hate it because it only does like 4.7K or whatever, you know? And it does it once every 16 seconds.
15 seconds.
But my torpedoes fire every 6 seconds, and they do like 4,200.
Holy shit, my quantum torpedoes do more than this fucking thing.
That's what I'm getting at. It's weak. I was really, like, I don't know. On the computer, I felt like it was really cool. Maybe it was really cool because I didn't know about all the upgrading and shit yet. So it's
Yeah.
kind of died off for me as I've gotten better stuff, and it's just kind of gimmicky and fun more than it is usable.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
we're
going to
gonna
say
swap
that's
that.
that's one of the only things that I'm actually liking about that is that like the gimmick of it, of how like quote hardcore it is, but at the
Right.
same time, yeah, I can't use any of my shit
Now,
on it.
here's
That
what's gonna
pisses
kill me. Here's what's gonna kill me. I got rid of mine, right? Now watch as there's a mission where there's nothing but doomsday machines, and that torpedo.
You're gonna be like, damn it! And I'm just gonna fly in and be like, sucks to be you, Bill!
Exactly. I'm gonna be like,
Or
save
you'll just
me.
have to go back. Actually, just go back, retake the Doomsday mission.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
But actually, I am swapping. Ooh, there we go. Oh nope, I need to make
Actually,
another.
yeah, that'll work out a hell of a lot better. Because I just switched my quantum torpedo to the front.
Well, I'm swapping out. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna put these photon
shit.
torpedoes on because I have this this awesome tactical photon detonation assembly
Well,
Mark 8
as
that
it
adds
stands,
plus 18.
This was the Sons of Khan episode 2. We are done here.